Hey you guys, it's Gemstone from www.thebeautyinspirit.com. I hope you guys are doing good. Now, I want to say a big thank you to all of you guys for rating, commenting, subscribing, for ordering readings. I'm so grateful for every single one of you guys. And I'm going to be starting with Capricorn because I'm doing the earth signs now. And hopefully I don't get any interruptions. So yes, just like usual, I'm going to be doing your professional life, then your personal life, then your spiritual life, and I'm gonna pick a guardian angel card for you to serve as your advice card for this month. Now, what I can see in your professional life is that there is some aspect of the past that is coming up for you in October. Now, to me, I'm looking at these cards and I'm thinking to myself that this looks like an opportunity or something that you used to do in the past. I don't know if an opportunity is coming back to you this month of something that you wanted, or it's almost like if an opportunity isn't coming back, there is something that you used to do in the past that you want to reconnect with, like this month. And the positive thing about it is it looks like before this thing from the past comes through again, it looks like things weren't that great. It almost looks like maybe there is issues in terms of your work. Maybe it almost feels like there's something that you're really trying to achieve, but it's difficult, it's challenging. And then it's like this new opportunity comes through, or something from the past comes back, and then all of a sudden it's like you can see where you're heading with more clarity, and things are just feeling more positive. It's like almost like there's this progression where things were just murky and just weren't really clear, and then this thing from the past comes through, and now all of a sudden things, it's like you know what direction you want to go into. It even makes me think that maybe this could be an opportunity as well as it could be a feeling from the past. Maybe this is you connecting with um something that means something to you. That's the impression I get, but it's all to do with your work. And it's a bit of an interesting reading because these aren't really like obviously it depends on your circumstances to how this whole thing plays out, but it's like sometimes you can get typical kind of work cards that come up, and then you can get these cards that might not be so associated with work, but still it connects somehow. And that's kind of how this reading is. It's something about connecting with the past, but it's almost like when you connect with it, you're in a better place because of it. So yes, I'm so interested to see how this plays out for you, Capricorn, because these are some interesting cards for your work section. But when it comes to your relationship, I'm feeling like there is something about you and somebody else that you don't want to let go of, or you don't want to see go. Like you're really holding on to somebody, and it's like the person that you're holding on to, this is a love relationship, I feel like, but I feel like it might even be that this relationship is in the early stages, and maybe you do really like this person, but I'm kind of feeling like this relationship somehow is not going the way it should, but you don't want to see it go, so you want to kind of hold on to it. It's almost like if you were to let it go, it would be painful. But I almost feel like the reason why you don't want to let it go is because for you, you feel that there might be some security with this person, but maybe this person might not be exactly feeling the same way. So what I would say is this is, it's hard. It's hard to accept any kind of ending anyways, but at the same time, I am a believer in, even though it's hard, we have to be able to release what no longer is working. It's like we have to be able to go with the tide when it comes to life experiences, and as well as we have to deal with new beginnings, so do we have to deal with endings. And even though it can be challenging, it's like we have to be prepared to release them. um that's what I would say about that. um if you are single, this is interesting too. It seems that to me, like, the cards that are coming up for you are very, like, to me they really are like almost like you're reminiscing. about things from the past. And I feel like if you're single, it might be even that you want to try again with somebody from the past, somebody that you were in a relationship with. So if you are paired with somebody, that relationship, especially if this relationship is a new relationship, you might find that that relationship may, you may drift apart this month. Whereas if you are single, you may be actually desiring to be with somebody that you were with in the past, and it may actually be more successful at this time. So somebody that from like a lover from the past might actually be up for rekindling some kind of relationship with you. So yes, when it comes to your spiritual life, it's almost like it's saying that you can connect with other people this month, and you might get some fulfillment out of your relationships. But I think that it's not just about relationships that are to do with love. um and definitely I can see that for some Capricorns that might not be the case, because for some of you guys, your relationship is going through a significant change that could see the two of you guys separating or just drifting apart from each other. But I think at the same time, what I'm seeing in your spiritual cards is that it's saying that you do have some really meaningful relationships in your life right now. So even if one may not be going exactly the way you want it to, like your love life or something, there are other people in your life right now that you can really connect with deeply. Again, this might not be a relationship situation. It could be your relationship with your friends. It could be a relationship you have with your family members. But I feel like there is a chance for you to really connect deeply with somebody else this month, or really value somebody else this month that um can give you like a sense of more fulfillment and happiness. So that's an interesting card. And let's see what is coming up for you in terms of the guardian angels. Now it says the Seven of Thought. And it says, you've been confused about a situation in your life, and now suddenly everything is completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, discovered by a friend, or discovered on your own, it feels great to be aware and awake. Feel free to ask for time alone if that's what you need. That's interesting. I think when it comes to things being clear, I think that definitely is connecting with your work situation. I think that that is kind of what is connecting with this card about things being made clear, is definitely to do with your work. But again, it's like there was this definite connection with the past, and then it's almost like when this thing from the past comes, now all of a sudden the clarity tends to come through. Now you can see what direction you want to go into all of a sudden. It's very interesting the way these cards have shown up. But it's interesting that it says as well, feel free to ask for time alone if that's what you need. So yeah, it seems that even though you may be connecting with others too, that maybe it would be a good idea, if that's what you feel you need, um to kind of have a bit of quality time by yourself. So yeah, you always have to maintain a balance, whether it is, sometimes we do feel like being really social, sometimes we do feel like, just having a bit of time by ourselves. So I guess it depends on how you feel, what will most benefit you basically at this time. So yes, that's for you, Capricorn. And now I'm going to be moving on to Taurus, and we're going to see what's coming up for the Taurians this month. I'm just fixing up these cards. Let me see. Okay. So yes, for the Taurians, I'm going to be doing your cards just like I usually do, starting off with your professional life, then your personal life, and then your spiritual life. And then I'm gonna pull some cards for you from the Guardian Angels Tarot. I'll pull one card that will serve as your advice card. So let's see what is coming up for you, Taurus. this month. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. What I'm seeing, there are some quite challenging cards that have shown up. I'm seeing that when it comes to your work situation, your work is changing. It's transforming into something else. Now, what I'm seeing is that you might feel like you have a lot going on in your work, like you're working hard, and it's almost like um you're connecting yourself with your work by, it's almost like you want to preserve what you have created. Like, that's kind of what it feels like. It's like you take value in the work that you do, and it's really, you really want to, I think you really want people to see the amount of effort that you make and the amount of effort that you put into what you do. It's almost like you're almost overprotective of what it is that you're doing in terms of your work and what you create. And it's almost, and I think because you really want people to see how much you do value the work that you do, you might find that you're doing so much. You're doing so much, and and but it's almost like it's showing in these cards that something, when it comes to your work, is reaching a culmination, like it's reaching a completion. And this completion, it might be a bit difficult for you. It might be an ending that comes about in terms of work. It's weird. It might be an ending that comes about that in the beginning you might find that it's difficult for you to let go of. But then when I look at the other cards next to it, it's like it's saying, don't feel like, if it's a situation that is transforming when it comes to your work, then then go with the flow of it. That's what it's saying. It's like, go with the flow of it. It shows that you're working really hard, and yeah, things are changing in terms of your work, and these changes might not be changes that you like, but what it's saying now is that there still is an opportunity for you to start something in terms of your work now that can benefit you later on. But now it's like you might not see that aspect of it. It's almost like you might be disappointed that, oh my gosh, all this stuff is changing. I don't like this. Everything used to be this way before. Why should it now be this way? But it's almost like but with the changes that are coming in, it will benefit you later on. So it's not that bad. Basically, that's kind of what these cards are saying. It's not that bad as it looks like initially. When it comes to your relationship situation, it's showing that it's showing almost like, for some of you Capricorns, Taurus. I did Capricorns before, so I don't know. I'm stuck on Capricorn somehow. But yeah, for you Taurus, it's almost like I'm seeing that you may have, for some of you guys, you may have left an old relationship behind, and now you're going into a new one with somebody else, or there's someone that you have met. Actually, I think that's a better way of putting it. There might be someone that you have met, and the person that you have met, you're undecided about this person. Maybe you're undecided because maybe you've left a situation behind, and this other person is looking for something that is serious, and you might be feeling a bit like, I'm not sure if I'm looking for something serious at this time. So it's like you're thinking about things. Maybe the reason why you might be uncertain about this person is maybe because a situation that you've left behind was quite difficult to deal with, and so you're just like, you know what, I'm not in that space to really just go into something with somebody else, like straight after leaving another situation behind. Like it could be like that kind of thing. But there's definitely someone almost like you're moving towards, but that person is really serious about what they want. And because that person is really serious about what they want, you might be indecisive about them. I also feel like this person could actually be quite a I just really get this impression that this person is very serious. Very serious kind of person, very logical kind of person, just really direct about what they desire from you, what they want from you. And you might just be a bit like, well, you know, I'm not sure because I'm in a bit of an emotional place. Like I don't really know if I can make this choice right now. Yeah, it's like that. Mm, okay. If you, I think that that applies more to singles. I think if you are in a relationship, it's showing that if your relationship has gone through any, I'm kind of seeing like Taurus for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure there are Taurus that are in relationships, but the cards that I'm seeing, to me, they're really feeling like they're for single people. I even pulled some additional ones to see what it says about for you guys that are in relationships. And even these cards are saying that relationships might be challenging this month, and it's almost like you want to explore something else when it comes to your relationships. So it's like the same theme for those of you that are single and coupled. Like it's almost like for the ones of you that are in relationships, you wanting to explore something different than what your relationship currently has um going on with it. Maybe it's just not fulfilling you in a certain way, or you're just feeling like this relationship is just becoming like a burden, and then you want to, it's almost like you want to free yourself and you want to explore something different. And then for you guys that are like single, it's kind of showing that maybe you came out of a situation and now there's an opportunity for something else, but you're uncertain about it. When it comes to your spiritual cards, it's saying that there may I'm feeling like this is about your connecting with your relationships. It's almost like there has been some kind of confrontation maybe between you and someone else, which has led to a relationship breaking down. But with this relationship breaking down, it created this kind of new beginning for you, which is positive, almost like a freedom for you. I think that basically what I'm seeing in is the theme of your cards, Taurus, is like you're seeking freedom in October, and I think that is what is coming through. And it's a freedom that comes from you just being yourself, you probably not being paired with somebody else, but it's about, okay, it's almost like you're seeking adventure, you're seeking maybe new surroundings. It's like you're just, you want something fresh and different. So yeah, your card that came up for you as your guardian angel card is saying manifest your dreams. You're ready to go. There's no need for additional preparation. Take the first steps towards the changes you desire, even if they're small steps. Notice signs that guide you in the right direction, as well as resources and support that miraculously appear. You guys, I'm telling you, you're manifestors. Oh, you are, because it's, and then this is a one card as well, which again is like, it's about new beginnings, it's about wanting things fresh, things new, and there's things that you want to bring in, and it's, and still, and that's been a theme for your readings as well for a while, about things that you want to manifest. And so there's changes that you're still trying to go for, and I think maybe that's why relationships might not be a hugely on the agenda for you, because you're just sort of thinking more about, okay, well, what can I do in my life to get more value out of my life, to feel more alive, like what changes can I bring in that can do that for me. And especially looking at your cards, it could even be changing your surroundings. That's really what I'm seeing here. Could be changing your surroundings, could be even traveling somewhere else, going on some kind of adventure. But you're definitely in search of excitement in October. So yes, that's for you, Taurus. And then I'm going to move on to, what was the last one? I did Capricorn, I did Taurus, and so now I have to do Virgo. Yes, Virgo. Okay. Virgo. Okay, so hello Virgo, and I'm going to be doing your reading just like I did, I've done the previous months, where I'm going to do your professional life, then your personal life, then your spiritual life, and then I'm going to pick a guardian angel tarot card as your advice card. So let's see what is coming up for you in the month of October. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Okay, Virgo. Okay. What I'm seeing for you when it comes to your work situation is the card that just jumped out tells me that you may be looking for a new job, or you may like I think for a lot of Virgos, you may be searching for new employment. You may be asking others for help in finding work, or if there is some like specific area you want to work in, you may be doing some inquiries to see who you can get to help you. It may be those kind of agencies, or organizations that can help you with employment and stuff like that. But I feel like you're definitely sort of using resources that are available to you, that can open up some opportunities for you when it comes to work. And I'm even seeing that somebody is extending a hand to you. Like there is somebody that is going to help you if you are searching for a job. But the only thing is that it's saying that in October, some of your work situation, it might be uncertain. Like there's some kind of uncertainty when it comes to your work, and it's saying that you have to stay determined when it comes to the when it comes to searching for a new job. Even if you are employed and you're staying where you are, I'm still feeling like there's this, you may be wanting some kind of opportunity. You're searching for something more when it comes to your work, because maybe where you are now you're not making enough money or something like that, and you just need more of an income, and you may be trying to extend yourself, but still there is something about this that is unsure. And then but it's saying that what you need to do is, even though you may be unsure of certain things, still don't give up. Don't be sort of disheartened about anything, and don't be afraid also to ask for help if you need it. But I'm definitely seeing that for you, it's almost like it's saying that if you embrace this with an attitude of just going into it, not being afraid to use those resources that are available to you, just staying determined to keep trying, then something can definitely present itself for you. you will be successful. But it's almost like I can definitely see that with any new opportunity to come through, it will take an effort. It will definitely take an effort on your part, in order for it to manifest. So that's the work ones. When it comes to your relationships, those cards are interesting. Again, I'm seeing like there might be some challenges when it comes to relationships. Maybe I'm feeling like you're going to be thinking a lot about somebody from the past. It's just interesting. I feel like you're thinking of somebody from the past that you may have separated from, a relationship that you have walked away from, and it's almost like you've walked away from that relationship to create something else that has stability. Maybe that relationship didn't have stability and that's what you're looking for, and then you walk away from it to be able to gain some kind of stability elsewhere. I almost feel like if you have been in a kind of a reminiscing kind of mood, emotionally connected with somebody else when it comes to a relationship, it's almost like that emotional connection will disappear, and you want to leave that emotional stuff behind. To me, it's almost like if there was a situation that wasn't positive, a relationship situation that wasn't good for you, and that situation was in the past, it's almost like now you've been able to walk away from it, not hold on to it, to be able to create something better for yourself now, which is a positive thing, because regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not, what that says is that if you are in a relationship, is that you're not going to let issues from the past that either had to do with your partner or had to do with a relationship even before your partner, you're not going to let that affect your current relationship. And if you are single, it's saying that if you can release someone in the past, then you can be more prepared for for a new relationship to come through, and for that relationship to be an even better one, because of the fact that you're not holding on to anything that just isn't beneficial to you, from past experiences that just weren't pleasant. So yeah, when it comes to your spiritual life, um again, I would say don't get too caught up in reminiscing about things, and don't get too caught up in your mind, in sort of the a lot of mental activity, or being overly like mentally stimulated, because I almost feel like that's the risk that you can run this month. It's almost, to me, it's like when I look at it, I feel like a lot of this kind of confusing kind of energy, it's centered around relationships too. Overthinking relationships, overthinking things that have to do with love. And a lot of the overthinking has to do with maybe challenges you've been through when it comes to your love life. So again, it's like this is about releasing things, releasing any kind of uncertainties, insecurities, issues, being able to release those in order to have a partnership with someone else that isn't going to be full of this confusion or full of these um issues that you may be carrying with you. So yes, it's definitely a time of moving out of that phase of being hurt and moving into the phase of releasing. So the card for you from the guardian angels is out with the old and in with the new. That's good. That really does fit in with these cards. It says heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. Often this is because you're not happy and feel a lack of purpose in your life. This is a wake-up call to make changes that match your heart's desire and spiritual truth. And I really like this card for you, out with the old and in with the new, because I think it put it in a way that even, I didn't even think to say it like that. And it's simple, it's straightforward, but I think that that is really the best advice that can be given to you, Virgo, is don't linger about or think about the past or hold on to things that no longer serve you, because it's not going to do anything for you in the present, and it's not going to do anything for you in the future either. It's good to just be able to move on from certain experiences, chalk it up as, a lesson learned, and then being able to move forward. So that's your card for the month. Okay, I hope you guys are doing good. I'll see you. Bye.